All
Okay.
right.
3, 2, 1. Sorry, everyone. We had some technical difficulties in the meantime. Oops.
You figured it
It's
out.
the only way.
It's the only way. Welcome back to our Scuff channel, the Hotter Trash podcast.
Yes.
Yes. And we have our returning guest star, Matt, who is now going to be
Hello.
our Taco Bell spokesperson for the night.
Yeah, we had a full house today. This entire table is filled.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Yeah.
Can I be turned sideways again?
God damn it.
Michael
no.
and Matt just staring into each other's eyes.
Hey yo.
But yes.
And we're just looking at them staring at each other.
Yeah,
yeah.
essentially what's happening here. But yeah, let's go ahead and go through with today's topic. We're just going to talk about Taco Bell because we mentioned it like last week or two. I don't remember. I need to watch back our old videos to see when we talked about it.
I love Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
But let's go. But yes, let's
I
go
ate
ahead.
it like twice.
Let's go over in this case. As a icebreaker, what is everybody's favorite thing to order from Taco Bell?
Big chalupa. Beef chalupa with some fire sauce. Call it a day.
Damn.
I'm very basic quesadilla.
It used to be the Crunchwrap Supreme, but ever since I've been going in, since they're on campus, it's been like a box, but I can't remember the name of it.
Some craving boxes, I guess.
Yes.
Probably has chalupas and other stuff. I still order the Supreme Crunch Wrap here and there too. They're about to come out with one where it's a fucking Cheez-It in the middle of it.
Cheez-Its, come on.
Yeah, it's a
Sounds
big
like
old Cheez-It.
Sounds like runny shit.
Hey man, as long as they don't bring back the wings, I think we're gonna be okay.
They have wings?
They used to.
Did. Damn, I was living under a rock then.
Sounds like it would hurt.
No, but every time like I was like, "Do you have wings?" They're like, "We're sold out." So kind
Oh.
of
It's just like the ice cream machine at McDonald's. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yes, let's go ahead and talk about why did I really want to talk about it. Talk about Taco Bell. And it's because they did the most outlandish shit that I could think of as a marketing stunt, such as they held their own press conference to announce their new lines of like products that they're going to be selling at Taco Bell. And
Oh, yeah.
if anything, I'm just more like confused on why they would do that. Then I look at some of the stuff too about like what I didn't think about recently was the fact that how little Taco Bell has changed their pricings. That was the
What
first
does that have
thing.
to do with the press conference?
Well, the press conference meeting is that like they were adding more to their $3 value stuff. Anything under $3 values, they're adding more to that essentially. That's what they were press conferencing. I can't really go over a lot of the stuff that they mentioned to, but I know one of them had to deal with like some grilled cheese burrito or some shit.
But they've been having grilled cheese burritos.
I probably don't pay attention to the menu that much. Oopsies.
As the Taco Bell expert and loyalist,
Matt, would you say your dream job would to be to work at a Taco Bell as a marketing?
hell yeah.
Director of marketing, bro.
Like, there's that episode of Conan where he goes to the headquarters and like they get to, you know, try like test kitchen shit,
Hmm.
and like that just looked like the most fun job you can do.
Yeah. So about the test kitchen part, let's go diving into one of the videos that I recommended y'all to E2 because this was also something that was profound to me. As it was stated a while back too, where they were claiming that Taco Bell was the most healthiest fast food restaurant establishment in the US.
Yeah.
Now, I find that really hard to believe until this fucker that did a 30-day trial of eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, nothing but Taco Bell meals, and he lost weight at the end of it. But there's some caveats to all this, as
What are
always.
they, Mr. Bowie?
So, the premise of the experiment that he was doing was essentially, could he, in this case, technically live a healthier lifestyle, living nothing only off of Taco Bell, due to the fact he was trying to put into test their claim of being the healthiest fast food place. And so, with that, the other caveat is also he does exercise regularly throughout the video. And he does also like track a lot of either the calories stuff or not calories, but he checks his mileage, how often he like runs or goes to the gym, and pretty much logs all of that. And it does his weekly blood works to check and whatnot.
So Taco Bell is the new Subway.
Kinda. How much is a Subway meal nowadays?
No, I'm
Expensive.
saying like back then,
Expensive.
people were like, Subway
Yeah.
is the healthy option for fast food, right? And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jared, before he became, you know,
right. Oh yeah, the child toucher. Yeah.
Child toucher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
so-
that is true. I'm not gonna say that they were
I'm
wrong.
not saying it's not true.
Yeah.
We know what he did.
Just the way you stated, bro. Just the way you say it.
I don't know what you guys are
Look.
talking about.
Look, I
Yeah,
can't
me
say
neither.
the other word or else we'll get demonetized for that. But we could say child toucher, apparently.
I see.
The toucher of childs.
Yeah, something like that. Doesn't really matter too much. Here, it's goes to show I throughout the whole process of the video, he did gain like some type of weight too. But the fact of the matter is, like, all he had to really do was just change what he ordered or how he ordered it for Taco Bell. He still achieved the health goal while only just eating Taco Bell, nothing else explicitly. There was at some point he did a weekly challenge where he did go vegan. Remember our video about the vegan diets, Victor? Yeah, the same problem occurred as soon as that whole experiment started.
Makes sense to me.
Essentially, he was feeling lightheaded, such as the fact that he wasn't getting enough of getting enough vitamin B, or in this case, vital nutrients that are present in meat-based menu items that he was lacking. And he was very gassy as well, to the point where the gym attendant did have to step out for a bit.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the video, Matt, he did state too that the gym attendant did actually have to step out a bit because while he was working out during that whole week challenge that he was just doing a vegan diet, he was just gassy all over the place.
I see.
And it's primarily because of the fact that he's eating nothing but fiber.
Isn't that good?
It is good, but it's obviously what this whole video is supposed to like placate to us is that like eat everything in moderation, essentially. But in terms of like the way how Taco Bell went about it, they were marketing that they are healthier lifestyle or they have a healthier options, which that itself is actually kind of true based on the results that he gave us. Kind of wild as
I mean,
well.
they don't really deep fry as much, you know?
That is true. They don't deep fry.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But
They are very high in sodium content, though.
yeah, which he does state in the
Honestly,
video
that's
as
just
well.
That's just a lot of American foods, let's be honest.
Yeah. But however, though, what's actually ironic about that too, because apparently the best way to really actually reduce sodium content is, I don't remember the exact thing that he said to, but apparently it's present in like tomatoes that you could eat
It's
a lot.
potassium. Potassium
Yeah.
has tomatoes has a lot of potassium, so does potatoes. So that's why he switched up. That's why he was eating like guacamole. Then he ordered some potato dishes as well.
Mm.
So
Okay,
that's what
so
helped him towards the tail end.
yeah, so that's the reason. So yeah, legitimately, that's honestly impressive that he was able to control that sodium intake by just literally switching out that. Or
Just
now
to
in this
add
case,
on,
Mhm.
he found out the crunchy taco was one of the lowest, if not the lowest, in sodium content, and it was just right in front of him. It's like you would expect it to have high sodium content, but he found out it didn't. So he started
Mhm.
ordering that too.
So yeah, that whole video fucking shocked me in the way that I didn't think would be possible. Just because, like, in this case, before knowing about all this, dude, would you guys like think of Taco Bell as like the most healthiest food option compared to a lot of fast food places?
Bro, whenever I go to a fast food place, the last thing I think of is healthy. When I got Taco Bell, I was always like, I don't know if this is good, but it definitely isn't great for me. And I just ate it.
The only
But
thing
now-
good is the flavor.
Look, as long as you know this too, because in that video as well, he interviewed, in this case, the nutritionist that works for Taco Bell, where she prides herself in trying her best of sourcing all the other franchise restaurants to get either really fresh ingredients or at least to the healthiest ingredients that they could possibly get.
Well,
But-
okay, let's rewind, right?
Yeah,
What defines healthy?
that's true. That's also something that, if anything, this whole like talk about like the healthy food itself too, it just really all it is based on the way how she's wording it, just using fresher ingredients. But fresher ingredients, when we talked about in our other podcast episodes, doesn't necessarily mean that you are eating healthier.
Yeah, like you can be like, I'm eating fresh iceberg lettuce, but iceberg lettuce has no nutritional value, which
It's
is the
mostly-
lettuce that they use on their tacos.
Yeah, and it's mostly like empty carbs, essentially.
Was
Yeah.
it just water?
But in doing so as well, would you have in this case noticed this while eating in Taco Bell? Did you notice that they were slowly changing out the ingredients then? Or did it feel
wait.
like it tasted the same?
We never defined what healthy actually is.
Okay, my bad. Let's go back a bit before I
We're
establish-
jumping.
That doesn't clog your
No,
arteries.
let's go back. Let's go back to the real conversation about the press conference first.
Oh man, fine. What is it that you would like to know about it, Matt?
I'm just saying the reason why I like Taco Bell so much compared to other fast food places is because they innovate. Like they used to have a slogan says "Think outside the box,"
Oh,
and
okay.
literally this is thinking outside the box, right? Like
Yeah.
Burger King is doing like a $1 million Whopper challenge, like create your own burger. That's pretty cool. But Taco Bell's like, let's do this shit like Apple style,
Mm,
and it's for fucking fast food.
of all things.
But I think that's smart though. Like they're coming out with like Baja Blast pies, like a Cheez-It, Crunchwrap
Baja Blast pie?
Supreme.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Baja Blast pies.
Dude,
They're
that sounds
like-
like something I'm gonna have to try.
there's other things. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's unique and fun. Like in America, I don't really see that much food innovation through like McDonald's, KFC, whatever. But you go to Asia, like
Yeah,
every
there's
month
good-
is a new promotion of like a new creative like menu item.
Yeah. and
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Sorry,
noticed
go ahead,
that
Michael.
also. I mean, I was going to say that my fiance mentions that too with Starbucks in El Salvador, where they typically will bring out some sort of new flavor, but not like seasonal like we do here. It's always the pumpkin spice or whatever. It's like usually just like radically different things. Like they had a flan one that was when I
Yeah.
was there.
And
That was
like
pretty good.
what was I gonna say? It was like McDonald's has like the Shamrock Shake, right?
Hmm
Mm,
But it's so like like Taco Bell, I don't know. It's just like Doritos Locos Tacos. Whoever thought about that?
right. And-
Right.
That was really good. I don't like that they removed 2 of the Doritos Locos Tacos though. They used to have 3 flavors. Now they just have the one.
They had a
Yeah.
volcano taco. They had
I
a
love the
black shell
volcano.
taco. Like
I was only aware of the spicy, Cool Ranch and nacho cheese. I think it was nacho
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, in terms of like the Doritos flavor line, those were the other two. But I think Matt is pointing out like other promotional items that they did as well. Because that was also during the time the black shell taco. I think that was also the same time they were doing like Burger King. It had like that black bun. Or was it Jack in the
Mhm.
Box?
But wait,
No, it's Burger
that was
King.
Burger King.
no, it
Burger
was
King?
Burger
Yeah.
King. Why
Okay.
did they get rid of those 2 other flavors? Does anyone know?
It's
I don't know.
I
Dang.
based on like what I've been seeing from like the video that I also said to, which is in this case a 40-minute documentary of a financial analyst and not analyzing how in this case Taco Bell became PepsiCo's most dominant and also the most solid foundation of a fast food company that didn't go bankrupt immediately.
hmm But I only mentioned that because my favorite was the spicy taco one.
Mm.
I loved that.
Yeah.
And it's, they don't have it anymore.
So, if anything, I think I'll pivot in this case. Why? Sorry. But yeah, those were really good. But this will add into what I'm about to say as well. Because the video with Modern NDA or MBA. Yeah, Modern MBA. They mentioned too that during those times as well, Taco Bell has been like rotating out CEOs that they would try to do unique and different things to try to see if they can grow Taco Bell as a brand to meet with like their other like brother sister companies like Pizza Hut or KFC, for example,
Well,
which
they're
those
all
two
under Yum
internationally,
brand,
yeah,
and Yum brand used to be called Tricon Global something. And that sounds like that doesn't sound appetizing, you know, when you're eating fast food.
yeah, Tricom.
But I mean, KFC has been like failing in the US compared to like
Mhm.
its international sales. And then Pizza
Yeah.
Hut's just Pizza
Yeah,
Hut.
yeah. Pizza Hut is just prolific everywhere. Like in mostly a lot of times I see hear a lot more about it in like Asian countries, but even then too in Japan, KFC is like the shit by the time Christmas rolls around.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw
It's
so
I
much
mean,
actually
video
Taco
on it
insane.
as
Bell,
well.
Taco Bell also has exclusivity. Like
Mhm.
back then, you could not get Baja Blast except Taco Bell. Like you had to go to Taco Bell or
Yeah,
a KFC Taco
that was
Bell.
in this case the main strategy that they were going with. Is in this case, yes, for exclusivity, but they were also trying to justify their valuation as well by making sure that they keep their menu items to where they at as much as they could.
Mm.
Because that was the thing about it too, because a lot of times too, you notice that a lot of fast foods that when they use their apps, right, it's like you can see all the deals that they can or you can get on there. Ooh, my bad. But for them, Taco Bell itself is already cheap to begin with, anyways. So their or at least their wordage in that they don't ever want to make, let's say, a core menu item. They don't want to like cut their prices just so that it could be put into deal, just so that they don't have to see that repercussion later on down the road of why that's also not really a good long-term strategy for a lot of places, such as you could buy 2 Big Macs for the price of one kind of deal. I remember that was a thing that happened a while back. That was crazy, and I chipped in on that. but
Dude.
but it they do make a surprising point in saying that there's no for them Taco Bell never really needs to worry about making deals in the first place or making deals of that type just because they already know that their menu items are already that cheap. And if they need to make a new item, they would actually build something that's worth that instead versus trying to take already a core existing item, make that temporarily this adjusted price for like a limited time run.
Yes.
So in
I
your
just think they
eyes,
do well.
yeah, in your eyes though, Matt, do you think in terms of like the way how Taco Bell's like marketing their products versus every other fast food, how would you even say too that like does Taco Bell really need to do like deals at this point, or do you think that just adds on top of already the exclusivity that Taco Bell has over their competition now?
I think every place should have deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did like a like what I Taco Bell also does well with the youth. I guess it's like, oh, it's trendy to eat at Taco Bell. It's cool to eat at Taco Bell. Like you have these commercials where like young people are like it's like late night, they're having a taco, they're eating cinnamon twists, they're drinking Baja Blast and stuff like that. Like when you think, oh, late night, like where do you want to go? Let's go to Taco Bell, you know.
Mm.
And
At least
they
not
had
in
a
our
lot of
case.
like I still do it. Like they have
Yeah.
like late night. I forgot like what slogan it was. It was like I don't know. It was like a night themed like slogan, and then there was like think outside the box or like Yo quiero Taco Bell type of shit, you know, with the dog. Like they just have
Oh,
so
the fucking
many.
Taki Chihuahua.
Yeah, so they have so many like iconic, I guess, marketing material that I really like appreciate.
I think if anything, it's because of the fact too that Taco Bell was really baking on the millennial targeted audience, if I remember.
Well, they got me.
Yeah, because the restaurant itself is primarily like their main audience that they're going after is millennials, especially let's say college students, for example.
Yeah, and what else was there? Like what I say, it's like also innovative is, let's say like on the menu, right? they have so many menu items, but think of how many menu items are on there that uses the same 5 ingredients but just packaged in a different way.
Yeah, because that's also something that when they said that they build out their menu, this is also probably how I think they probably worked around it too. Is literally if you think about some of the products or some of the like all the burritos, for example, that you see in there, they literally just change out like what ingredients is in there, but they never go up in ingredient count, if that makes sense.
Yes, and that's why it's so good.
God damn.
I'm about to
Sometimes I
Taco
do
Bell
crave.
right now.
Shit, dog. Don't tempt me. I have a Taco Bell like 10 minutes down the street from me.
Same here.
God damn. Who here is actually living next to a Taco Bell?
Me.
I'm like 5 minutes away
I
from
live
Taco
at a
Bell.
Taco Bell.
Hold on a minute. How'd you get in here, Kevin? Anyways, I kicked him out.
I saw him in here and I was like, what?
Yeah, that one.
No, no.
Oh, that's
Wait, who moved them? Because that permission isn't allowed.
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry about that technical issues that we had a friend join in our private sessions and whatnot. Anyways. Oh, fuck. What were we talking about? I literally lost my train of thought now. Damn
We were
it.
Talking
Talking about
about
the ingredients,
Oh,
and how
that
they
and-
repurpose them.
yeah, how they repurpose them. But let's go to another thing that we talk about as well, such as when they were removing like limited time run items. Because during those times too, with like CEOs that were trying to experiment with different options too, like I said, young brands tried to, or young grant, fuck words, young brands here, they were trying to like see if they can, already stated earlier, they wanted to increase the valuation of Taco Bell to meet the brother and sisters competitions because the fact that they were going international. Taco Bell, unfortunately, doesn't really get that sense of international privileges that their other brands have. But surprisingly, they have just as many stores or even more than like the bigger competition fast food places.
I ain't
So-
gonna lie. I had Taco Bell in Thailand. It was pretty mid.
Damn. So they have Taco Bell over there now? Dang.
Yeah, like I think 4 years ago, I was like 4 or 5 years ago, I saw it. I was like, oh my god. And then I had it. I was like, it tastes like
Off.
yeah, there's something off about it. But
It
what's
is.
interesting is they come with fries now. Like back then, like the nacho fries was still an experimental thing here in America, but over there, like it's a set menu item, I guess.
Mm.
So I thought that was pretty fascinating, but who knows?
Yeah. So if anything, then I guess this is also to the better question because you probably have a better sense in all this too. Would
Why
you
calling
think
me a
that
fat ass?
maybe? No, I'm calling you because you are the closest person to be a Taco Bell sip than all of us here.
He's
Yeah.
Not
I'm
simp. I'm
simp.
saying connoisseur.
Connoisseur, whatever do you want to call it.
Okay.
What's the difference? No,
Yeah.
But would you think that Taco Bell is better of a brand if they did start branching out internationally, or do you think it's better to try to keep it within the country?
I think. Well, I mean, look at KFC, right? Like KFC is popping off in international countries. Same thing with Pizza Hut.
Hmm.
So I guess they have to test out like regional flavors. Like Wendy's, in Japan, they opened up like a regular Wendy's, right? And they thought, oh, okay, this will work, and it completely failed. And then they went back and they were like, okay, let's reassess. You know, these people, what do they like to eat, etc., etc. Wendy's Japan has the same Wendy's burgers, but they also sell pasta. They sell also boba. Like you have to cater to your region. And I think with Taco Bell, with like quote unquote Mexican food, some countries, maybe in Asia, you know, they're not acquainted to that yet. Like we eat rice, but our rice is not like seasoned, like, or beans. Like Asian people don't eat like black beans, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So how do you cater that to the like Asian market?
Because
I don't know
would
about
at least-
Europe.
Yeah, because I would at least say too that like I think if anything they have a better chance at least in Korea then maybe
I gotta go.
maybe.
I gotta go test that shit out then.
Dude. Speaking of like places like that, Pizza Hut. I know it's pretty like mid here, or it's not mid, but like it's just a pizza place. Dude, in El Salvador, they're on every single corner, like Starbucks is here, and the
Yeah.
pizza is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it's the freshness of the ingredients, but it's so good there.
Well,
Yeah.
I would say like in like Asia, Pizza Hut is like a sit down place.
hmm
You know, it's not like people don't order
Or
as much
takeout.
like
Yeah.
takeout as much. You know, you sit there and you're like, oh wow, like I'm here with my family, my friends, blah blah blah. McDonald's did one like promotion where they had international flavors around the world, like cheese fries from this country, a McFlurry flavor from the Netherlands, this bacon burger from Spain. But it wasn't anything I was like drastically different that we could just get here. You know what I mean?
hmm
Um, I don't know. It's just something different about Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's strangely enough too. Like, let's just say that like beforehand too, before this press conference ever came out too, I think we did rate Taco Bell as like an A tier food tier list from our previous
Put
video
S.
as well. I think I think that the update is it has to be an S tier now, just because the fact that I didn't realize like all the things that they were changing up from like just internally as well. Because from the video, Taco Bell has done a lot of changes internally that help try to establish its brand like even much more stronger
Yeah,
after
and
the 2008 Great Recession and whatnot. And even to this day, right now, too, where it looks like we're about to go or we're already in one, it's still like in this case, Taco Bell is still currently the best affordable food options for a lot of these people, which is also something that I would also like to make point of this too. Where I think Taco Bell is breaking the trope that like fast food is unhealthy for you, but at the same time, there's still that caveat or the asterisk signs at the end of that, right? Where you need to like eat in moderation regardless. But in terms of fast food being like the only option available for a lot of people's meals, Taco Bell is surprisingly doing really well to a lot of people's health. Like they genuinely do care.
I'll have to say though, like I do appreciate how much you can get for so little in comparison to other places.
Oh,
Because
Yeah.
when like on campus and you're hungry and you're trying to penny pinch, it's Taco Bell is the place to go. It's
Oh,
awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I'm so tired of like going to fucking McDonald's and I'm like spending $17 for a Big Mac meal.
Well, you know why? They want
Sounds
you.
like 2 Big Mac meals,
What's
bro.
very interesting is that you know how like food places have the apps, right? And
Yeah.
you're like, why am I spending so much money on the prices on the menu? Well,
Yeah.
you go on the app, you get a
Yeah,
discount.
they want you to use the app more. But at the same time, you start to look at all the pricing and it's just like, then what's the hell's the point in all this then too? Because regardless, I would rather go Taco Bell because firstly, they have an app that's actually pretty decent as well. But their menu item is also like adjusted as well, where it doesn't feel that expensive ordering in person versus the app. I think that's the
How
other
much cheaper
biggest
is
thing.
it ordering through the app?
I mean, not by much really, because it's only because the craving
same
boxes too.
price.
It's the same price, but the craving boxes allows you to customize it better versus if you go in person.
Oh, I go in person. They have like those touch pads on the walls, and you can
Yeah.
customize the entire box on there too.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
and-
regardless.
What's awesome about that is I love customizing like normal menu items, like the cheesy gordita crunch. One of my friends was like, you should put steak in that, and then with steak you should put what you call it, the Doritos Locos Tacos shell inside instead of a regular taco. And I'm like, holy fuck. Now that's innovation right there, you
Mhm.
know?
You know what I think is happening there too? I think they bid off of like Chipotle for that shit a little bit.
Also,
What do you mean?
because if anything, Chipotle lets you like customize like a singular like bowl or burrito menu item for as much as you want. Taco Bell probably didn't have that option until like more recently. Probably because in the background they were probably building up a system where they could allow customers to make customizations for the kitchen and back to understand how to build that correctly as well. And in such
I
to
would have.
damn it, man! Now
I
you
would-
want me to go grab that cheesy gordita crunch with the Doritos
I-
Locos Taco Shell.
I figured it would have just been a natural extension off of how whenever it was a big thing for everyone to have like customized drinks. Like, you know, you go to those fountains, you can have like a peach Sprite, or you can have a grape Sprite, or you can have like some weird flavor Dr. Pepper, mango Dr. Pepper. Like, you know what I'm talking about, those things, right? Like, I feel like it was just a natural, like, just another natural limb from that idea.
Yeah,
Like, why not now do food?
I mean,
Like, not that it's a unique idea in general, but like, you know, that's where I figured it would have stemmed more from.
yeah. And again, for those that did actually go to Taco Bell too, that now that whoever's listening, you can now do this now. I wonder how well it's actually, we already know how well Taco Bell is doing, just because if they're even able to throw like marketing money to do this press conference, I don't know what that states right now for the future of the potential revenue that this could generate with their new menu items.
Yeah, but it got us talking, right? Like,
Yeah, which is
that's
already
the
something.
thing. And we're having a goddamn podcast about it, and I'm talking to you about my item that I like. Now you're like, I want to go get Taco Bell. So did it work? I think
Hashtag
it
not
did.
sponsored.
You know,
It's one
Right?
of those advertisements that it most definitely worked because fuck.
like it's late at night, and that's what I'm saying. It's like they do these commercials, like Hulu, right? You're watching Hulu, and I see Taco Bell ads on there all the time, and I'm watching Hulu at like 9 p.m. and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, and you just see these people in front of a Taco Bell having fun, smiling, eating their taco, you know, and you're like, damn, that could be me right now.
Yeah, and if
But I
anything,
don't
the
have
problem,
friends.
the thing about that too is like that could be me, and it's actually possible because it's affordable as well. You can already do that. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
like you getting off your ass and getting it.
Or you get
I
it
don't know, dude.
delivered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can be a lazy shit and have it delivered.
yeah,
For,
that
like,
too.
small fee.
Hey man, when people,
do
if
it.
they're really determined, don't go out there and drive and pick it up if they have to.
I rarely go out and grab something like late night.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I just mean in general, like ordered fast food or anything.
man. But knowing this too, I think. All right, let's do this as like a general like way how we feel about this. Who do you think? Which fast food do you think does better in trying to promote like new like menu items? Then, let's just say if we didn't know that Taco Bell was gonna do all this before, who would you
Sounds
think?
like a
So
leading
that,
Taco Bell's
question.
out of the option.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Taco
think
Bell's the
Burger-
only option. The Burger
No,
King.
I'm
King
saying
stuff.
Taco Bell is not the option, right?
Yeah, or it
Okay,
could
then
be,
I'll
but
say-
at
I'll
the same
say-
time, yeah.
I would say Burger King is
Hmm.
close
Like-
second.
Like, dude, can like the commercials like Whopper, Whopper? Like, you're gonna sing that fucking song.
God
agree.
damn no.
I
But
agree.
like,
If
think
none of us
Burger
got a
King-
Burger King.
no, but Burger King had a lot of items too, like chicken fries, the
Yeah,
Angry
yeah.
Whopper, the Black Bun Whopper, Bacon Sundae.
Impossible Whopper.
What else was there? Like cheesy,
My
like all this other fucking shit.
Yeah, and also to your point, Michael, yes, this was a leading question too because KFC launched a new item called the Cheesa.
I was about to say, like, if it wasn't Burger King, it would have been also KFC. Like KFC
then-
sometimes like has a lot of those options. too.
No,
But they
here's the
haven't
thing
been. They
about
don't do it nearly as much as Burger
Yeah.
King.
Yeah, they don't do nearly as much of it. And one thing I will say too, I look at the KFC cheese, I was like, this is just like chicken parmesan with pepperoni on top.
I think you're being a hater.
I mean, let's be honest.
being-
The
not
only
being-
time I've ever been to P or KFC is to try their special bowl, which is just mashed potato with cheese and chicken bites on there. That's about it.
Yeah.
KFC
That-
used to be the shit.
It used to be, obviously. The key word here is used to be.
I think it has to be like a decline in like cleanliness, you know.
I mean, in general, it's like a lot of people felt that way with a lot of fast food. Like the quality just started to like drop, like really, really fucking hard. Like,
I don't think
let's
about that with Taco Bell.
to be
I
fair
think
though, I kind of keep
I
the
think
notion
the
that Taco Bell's like
quality.
run a bunch of potheads.
No, I think the quality was there, and then the
Mhm.
consistency. That's the word I'm looking for. Consistency.
Yeah, because
I can
that's the
go to
thing.
Taco Bell here, and
Mhm.
then somewhere else in like Houston, I'll be like, damn, that's the same Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I do have like one complaint about Taco Bell though, and it's the fact that whenever I would get the Crunchwrap Supreme, it would be a real gamble on if it was stuffed. Never like
Oh,
the
yeah.
picture, obviously, but if it was stuffed or if it was just a thin, like just a thin
I know what you
everything.
mean.
And that's what like really made me mad every time. I'd be like, oh, I really hope the guy making it today isn't gonna like skimp out on literally everything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, outside of that, then too, like I do agree as well. Like, despite like all this too, where we notice how like a lot of fast foods have declined in quality, Taco Bell doesn't appear to feel that way too. Maybe it's because like initially before I learned about all this, I had like a notion of Taco Bell is just like it is what it is too, and it's like it's still good, yeah. And then
I
now that I
guess
think about it,
I have to ask, what do we mean by quality? Because maybe I'm just like a very non-picky fast food eater, but like I have always felt that like it traditionally has stayed relatively the same. It's just the expense, like it just gets more expensive. Like I don't know, like the burger that I had at McDonald's didn't seem to necessarily change 2 or 3 or 4 years later. It's still the same kind of burger.
I mean, based on this case too, it's I only ever do say it too, just based on the other people's like reviews about like when they visit to these fast foods, they notice that like fucking some of these burgers taste like or they have the texture of like rubber when they bite into it. I was like, God fucking damn, okay. And every time I do order a Big Mac, it doesn't always feel that way, but I've noticed when eating it, it doesn't feel the same when I first had it like when I was back in middle school.
Is this like a standard change throughout all the like all these other places, or is it just because like maybe we get the bad cook that one day, the same way
Maybe.
that I get that guy who gives me almost nothing in my crunch wrap? You know, it's
Yeah.
not always that way, but it does happen.
I will say too, it's a lot harder to really quantify that too, just because like we don't always eat the same fast food like every day. At least we do our best to try to eat healthier by eating as many different types of food as possible because eating variety is actually what's more healthier, at least. Or that's why I tell myself on paper.
No fast food is healthy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
even
that
though
right now.
yeah, even if Taco Bell claims to be the healthiest fast food, that does not necessarily
Like
mean
it's
healthy at all.
healthier, but it's
Yeah.
not healthy.
Yeah. Because like even in the video that I talked about earlier about the guy that did a 30-day challenge at eating sustaining itself only off of Taco Bell, there's a big thing about this say that do not attempt to do this yourself unless you yourself are very careful of your body, you are understanding of nutrition, and you la di da di da. Like if anything, this video is a better documentary than do you guys remember Super Size Me?
Yeah, I remember that.
I do.
Which I think I remember right, that was completely faked.
Yeah, it was. And
But I don't I want to just double back real quick because I do want to get everyone's input on this. But it, like back to the question, like, do we think that like the quality of the fast food has changed, or maybe it's just our standards to it? Because like I said, genuinely, I feel like I haven't noticed too much of a difference really, other than like the every now and then change. But that could just be who was there that day. Is
Sure.
the quality is truly changing, or is it just us as like a group just like changing our standards?
I think
I'm
the
sure our
quality
taste
has
buds are
changed.
changing. I'm sure our taste buds are changing as we grow up. That's
Yeah.
what I see.
Yeah, because I can at least vouch to them. My cousin too. He himself can't really eat fast food anymore as he used to, just because like his body starts to react with a lot of like the all the saturated fat and all the stuff that we associate when we eat fast food. Like he starts feeling all that, and it does actually feel sick when eating it.
Mhm.
So That's why it's really hard to really quantify that, because every person eats things different, eats a lot of their own lifestyles differently. But that's why I'm also taking, in this case, records for the people that do eat it often, just because they're the ones that are posting about all this and they're telling us how they feel about it. That's at least how I'm going off of this too, because for me, I would say too that I don't notice it too much like for you, Michael, but there is clearly like some things that is happening too. Like in this case, the quality of like service has dropped by a lot. That for sure I noticed, especially for McDonald's, for example. And then there's Chick-fil-A, and then for them it's just like, oh, it's whatever. Chick-fil-A closes on Sunday, everybody gets mad.
Hey, hot take. I think Chick-fil-A's quality went down.
Really?
I
Hot
believe
take
it.
on that.
Damn.
Hot take
No,
on
I
that.
believe it.
Chick-fil-A used to taste different like 10 years ago, before they became like more successful, commercialized and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And you can tell by the breading.
So
Or
would that
like-
mean?
But I'm sure. Look,
Hmm.
look. I'm sure the quality only went down because they have to like make food a lot faster.
Yeah.
Probably because of the fact that people were trying to get there, and obviously because of it being closed on Sunday, Monday rush is a thing now for them.
Well, bro, every day is a rush. Have you seen like Chick-fil-A during dinners?
know.
It's
Yeah, they're always
packed.
filled. They're always
Yeah,
filled.
it
They have to
wraps
make the
around the
double lanes
whole-
all the time now.
For real.
God. Do you think because of Chick-fil-A, every other fast food restaurant now has a double lane?
No, I mean depends.
No, Cane's has a
Yeah.
double lane where I'm
Oh,
at.
true.
My McDonald's also has a double lane, but it's
No,
not-
Yeah, my
Mhm.
McDonald's has a double lane.
Yeah, it just
No.
depends.
Yeah.
Just
But-
the
I think
demand.
Chick-fil-A. I think Chick-fil-A suffers from success, as they say.
But yeah, I don't know if that is the case too. Maybe it's just the nature of like running like a chicken style like fast food place. Maybe. Because I also noticed that like Popeyes did try their best to like really like go back on top of again. And it did work for a time. And then afterwards it started to drop off based off of like some statistics that I've seen so far from modern NBA as well.
Man, I kind of miss getting like sweet tea and then the breakfast burrito roll like wrap from Chick-fil-A now, like in the morning right before work.
We're going off topic. This ain't Taco Bell.
Hey, you brought
Madison-
Chick-fil-A into this mix.
So yeah, you Taco
That is
Bell
true.
loyalist.
Now, whoa, they do Taco Bell weddings. I'm on their website right. You know, we should have done the podcast while eating Taco Bell.
I said
let's-
we should do it live eating.
like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
I wish we would
a
too.
Taco Bell
That-
mukbang. Let's go.
Bro, I'm
Damn.
ordering Taco Bell right now as we speak.
Hey.
oh god
Oh,
damn it.
man.
Lloyd's gonna turn on his cam, bro. We're all gonna watch that boy eat.
Oh my God, face reveal.
Oh man.
Hey.
But if
Yeah,
anything
next
too,
time.
yeah, next time too, like if let's say too that if I do get a place, I would just dedicate like one room to just be a podcast room with like a big table, have all the mics, standing mics stand out. We're not getting the most expensive. I'll get y'all the fucking cheapest one I can find, which is the one I have.
We'll have to drive
Cheapest
out
mic
an
you can
hour to your
find,
location
bro.
every time.
Yeah, we'll drive out to the location. Don't worry, I'll feed y'all.
Bro,
And
just
probably
get a
have-
cup
Feed
and
us
string,
Taco
bro.
Bell.
That's our
Yeah, I
mic.
was gonna say feed us Taco
Oh.
Bell.
What was I
Hey,
gonna
man.
say? And their freeze.
Oh
Their
my
freeze
god, yes,
drinks
the
at Taco
freeze.
Bell.
Ooh, I haven't had their freezes in a while.
God damn. I think that before too, like I call bullshit on my Taco Bell that says that we don't have the regular Baja Blast, only the freezer. Like bullshit.
Okay, hold on. Am I the only one who doesn't really enjoy freezes that much? Like I feel like my reasoning being that I feel like I suck the flavor out before the ice. That's every
Yes,
time, and then I
yes,
just get
yes.
ice.
I work at a
Oh,
cruise
I
ship,
think-
and I
But
still
do that
agree
on
with you.
purpose. I like that.
I think for me, for
Wait.
freeze, it's like you drink something like frozen, and it
Mhm.
ruins the flavor of the food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you would drink freezes by itself and not like want to include that with the meal.
Yeah, but it's still good though. But it's
Yeah.
just it's syrupy.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But because of that idea too, and we're also going to get a Baja Blast Gelato, which is something I would actually want to try.
That sounds good.
It does, man. God damn it. This whole podcast is just us like just salivating and thinking about like, fuck, should we order Taco Bell right now?
I just
Anna
want
never
that,
had Taco Bell. Like Anna thought like, oh, Taco Bell nasty. Taco Bell gives you diarrhea. And then I took her to Taco Bell, and she was hooked ever since.
You changed this.
And I'm like, and I was like,
No.
see, I was like, see, there's a reason why like it's good, you know.
Oh man.
Dude, I've just been sitting here thinking about that Baja Blast pie. I want it so bad now. Where is it at? It's
Not
obviously
yet.
there, but is it like?
They
is
announced it.
Can I? Oh, okay. I
They
can
just
buy
announced
it
it.
now.
They just announced it, but at the same time, we don't know when it hits stores just yet. Outside of
The
like all
second
the
it hits stores, I'm buying the whole stock.
yeah, it's really crazy too. Like,
And
yeah,
they
you-
do the taco packs.
Oh yes, that's
Like
right.
the dozen taco packs, you know. So imagine
Oh, yeah.
being high school kid, college kid, and then you're like, I'm gonna order 12 tacos with my friends.
Yeah, I will say too. I tried their newer menu items. That's called the cheesy chicken crispanada. It's just literally an empanada, but it's actually pretty fucking good though, nonetheless. It's like
I just
what was
wish
it? 350?
they take us to the headquarters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think if we post this video and shell out to Taco Bell enough that we would get a letter to say, "Hey, we'll invite you guys to here"? I'm like, hell
Well,
yes.
We'll get a
we were
cease and
cussing a
desist.
lot. We were cussing a lot, and then we were talking about Jared's little
Yeah.
children problem.
Hey, come on. That's only for the beginning part of it. Look, man. We in no sense of the word condone of what he did whatsoever. Too. We will also accept any sponsorship from any fast food place, preferably for Taco Bell, just because. Yeah.
Let's go.
That's all I got.
Y'all have like an old Taco Bell menu item that you wish existed now?
Yeah,
Okay.
the spicy Doritos Locos Taco.
I would want the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos back. I actually really love that.
The Cool Ranch was surprisingly good. I tried
It
it,
was
too. I
really
was just interesting. But right now we're getting into there's stuff that they are going to introduce, such as they're going to have their own chicken nuggets line.
I think they already had a chicken
Yeah,
nugget
chicken nuggies.
before.
Well, in this case, it's more like chicken wings, and then there's all the memes and videos that post about that.
Damn, dude, now I want
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Bro, I'm waiting
And I
for this
already
podcast to end so I can order and go get it.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, and here's some of the things that they go down the line too, because like they have in this case the Cheesy Street chalupas, which is cheesy flatbread with small tortillas that stuff generously with mouth-watering blends of all the cheese, and then slow roasted chicken on top, or steak if you want. It's essentially more cheese on a chalupa, essentially.
Damn,
And
the
then-
volcano
Say
taco
essentially
used
one
to
more
be
time.
89 cents.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing about Taco Bell. Oh yeah, for those that are trying to figure out too, yeah, a lot of the menu items too. If you get the most basic, it's only like $1 less. Like everything is $1 less too. Like literally, you could go in there and say, "Could I just buy like only 5 of these crispy tacos?" And yeah, it'll only cost you less than $5.
Dude, sometimes getting those cheese wraps are pretty good.
It is, man. But
Oh my god. Have y'all
Yes.
had that chicken taco? It's like it's like a chicken patty, but they shaped it like a taco.
I haven't had those yet. I thought that was the most weirdest thing ever, and
That
I
was
didn't
so
try that.
fucking good.
That was good. Ah, shit. Well, I guess.
I'm about to, bro, let's just go get some Taco Bell one day and just eat at Taco Bell.
Let's go, bro. I'm ready.
How much
We
is
should
Taco
order.
Yeah.
We should order a lot of things off the menu and then just have like a mukbang about
Fucking
it.
feast. Let's see.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also there's
We'll
also
rate
other
the
one.
food.
Yeah. There's the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato that I talked about. And then there's the cheesy enchilada dipping taco, which is in, if anyone that doesn't know the references, this is just their own version of birria tacos. This is what it is. Like, all of this is just Taco Bell is introducing new versions that adds inspiration enchiladas via cheesy enchilada dipping tacos, featuring slow roasted chicken and a layered enchilada dipping sauce. And I'm like, this is like their own version of that. Which, if anything, there was a time like a lot of taco places like popped up serving only birria tacos, and that was really popular.
Oh my god.
Let's see. And then they're also and they're also doing a collab with Cinnabon Delights with their new dulce de leche flavor cinnamon bun or cinnamon roll bites. God damn.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, and I will say too, I think Taco Bell probably has like one of the better like cooperation deals with like other companies, such as like they're doing stuff with like Tajín, Secret Aardvark, Daisha Hut, Salt and Straw, and Beekeeper Coffee. I was like, why the fuck is Beekeeper Coffee here?
Salt
And
and
I
Straw
look-
is pretty good.
But let's see, based on this article that I'm reading right here, Beekeeper Coffee, why they're collabing with them is it's essentially their cold brew line. And it's like, oh, okay, so they're going into the cold brew end of this. And it's literally they're mixing together like flavors of horchata with cold brew. I'm like, oh, well, there you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So,
I'm just going back down memory lane of all these like menu items that they came out with, and I'm just like, you know that meme of Wolverine? He's on the bed and he's like touching that photo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Me with like some of the menu items.
That's just bad without all this. It's like looking at the 2005 Taco Bell menu item.
Dude, I'm literally
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at them right now.
Oh my god. This man goes down for real.
I'm in the fields right now.
I'm over here being fat shit.
And
Damn, dude.
Look, we
Good
can't be
shit.
fat. Look, we can't be fat shit too because we grew up during those eras too. And those places what carried our childhoods, right? For those
yeah,
that
dude.
don't understand
Yeah.
too about like how a lot of fast food places, why we are so critical about them is because they built a lot of our like core memories of like childhood. Essentially, like we would
Look.
just all like get together. We just go out to like McDonald's, Wendy's, or Taco Bell and just start fucking hanging out from there. And I think that's what Taco Bell is really leading in on a lot too. Just catering a lot to the college kids and also like older millennials.
Look, if me eating Taco Bell was the real issue, I would have been obese by now. I would have had worse shit, you know. But it's
But
fine.
look at us
we're
now.
still here. Like, I'm so sad that IHOP was teared down and they built a Taco Bell instead on campus.
Oh yeah.
But the second thing is they're not Taco Bell workers; they're students.
Yeah.
pose
Which
as
is
Taco
even
Bell
worse.
So that shit don't taste like Taco Bell, which is like the funny part.
Yeah. But it gets even more surprising too. Like, let's go back into like some of the other stuff that we were looking at as well. Where in terms of like a lot of inflation stuff too, where in terms of gross income, right? Taco Bell, like throughout the years, had made way more money than their other two sibling companies, even when prices were increasing. That in this case, they had to force themselves to change like their menu items to like go up a bit. Taco Bell partly changed their prices that much, and they still went up. Probably because of the fact that in comparison to everything else, Taco Bell is literally the cheapest fast food to get.
Well, it creates value. That's
Yeah.
the word, like value. You know, like what when you go to Taco Bell, I mean, KFC, the value is like, it's okay.
Yeah,
You know?
it is interesting too because we would like to see like at this point for me and my sister, we saw like this whole press conference as a big positive, just because they're doing this shit that we really do want to see fast food do, is in this case introduce new menu items, and it's like they're excited about it kind of deal. Because a lot of times when they do it as well, it's like a lot of it is just like streamlined commercials. But them doing a press conference was probably the most brilliant move on their part, just because you have people probably working from them that are genuinely excited about the product lines.
I want to
And-
work there.
I think a lot of people would wish they want to work there too.
Taco Bell.
But
Taco Bell.
But if anything, to everybody else, we don't exactly like consider Taco Bell as like authentic Mexican food, but at the same time, Taco Bell is still really good as its own brand. I think that's the most important thing about it. Is the fact that they're not just like a like fast food Mexican spot either. They literally just made it their own somehow, and it worked.
I think it's Mexican inspired.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to really describe what Taco Bell is for those that haven't either eaten it yet or they just have no idea what the concept of why we're shelling out to Taco Bell this hard.
Hey man, $5. You get like 3-4 menu items. Call it a day. Then take a shit afterwards. Oh, done deal.
Hey
It's
yo,
like, we didn't know about the last part. You could have just saved the first few parts and it would have been perfect.
It's nothing
Nah,
like
dude, they have
Taco,
to go
Taco
through
Bell
You
to
gotta
get
know
things moving.
everything, dude.
Yeah,
You gotta
that-
know the pros and the cons of eating Taco
Bro,
Bell.
all of
and that
it.
is a definite con.
you know,
God,
I
that
haven't
was
gone, I haven't suffered as much while eating Taco Bell, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that's the other thing about it too. Despite all the memes about like eating Taco Bell and giving you like the runs for yourself, it hasn't really happened that frequently, surprisingly. Versus like all the other controversies like news that you hear about, like Chipotle finding like metal shavings in like their steaks and whatnot, which is kind of like holy shit.
What?
I'm gonna become Iron Man.
Oh yeah, no, that was a thing that happened a while back too, where Chipotle
Yeah,
for a
dude.
time too, their steaks. In this case, they had to close down one of the restaurant because they saw like a customer complain about like metal shavings, and lo and behold, yeah, there were metal shavings in their steaks.
How are they getting in there?
I don't know. For all they know, for all
By
I know
having
too,
metal
they have
sheet in there.
shitty. They probably have shitty equipment that shipped off into them. That's all I could probably say for that. But that's not even the worst part too. There was even a point where one restaurant actually got closed down because of the fact that their lettuces had like traces of E. coli.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah. So
Bro.
so yeah, technically speaking, you would think that would also translate to like Taco Bell, but not a single not that bad from what I could tell too, and from what I've heard as well. Taco Bell actually gives like flexible hours to their workers, from what I've heard.
I hope so. Do they get free Taco Bell as well? Dude, I would
I-
love to work at
I don't
Taco
fucking know.
Bell.
They could
For
make
all I know-
themselves the Taco Bell.
For all I know, they probably are making it themselves too.
For real.
Yeah, it's like,
oh, let me
how do I
put this and put some of this, you know.
how do I know? Because I did that at Quick Trip.
Oh, dude, Matt's
Yeah.
about to go in there, put the steak cheesy country.
No, okay. Another thing is, you put
Mm-hmm.
the Crunchwrap Supreme, you put steak in there instead of sour cream. You put the quesadilla sauce
Oh,
on that bitch.
wait, you could do that?
Shit,
That's
not
what I'm
sure.
saying. Like you can customize it through the kiosk, so you don't have to talk to the person and like make them angry. You just make the kitchen person angry. but that's
and
what I'm
then
saying,
you
it's like,
come
you
pick
can-
it up.
You can customize that shit, and it's so good.
Yeah.
Because you're doing it like you're catering to your taste, right? So
So it's like
I
it's
don't know.
essentially like Taco Bell is like catering in this case that everybody has unique taste, and we want to provide that option that you can make your own taste with our menu items, kind of deal.
but I guess you can do that with any kiosk at
like
McDonald's,
literally any
Burger
fast food.
King,
in one.
stuff like that. But I feel like Taco Bell has more ingredients for you to like play around with.
I don't think it's ingredients, but it's the fact that it makes more sense to change out some stuff in a Taco Bell menu item than it is to change out like a Big Mac like item.
Yeah, I guess. Like I don't know who puts bacon on their Big Mac.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Might as well
Because
just get
let's be
40
honest,
pounds
that's
of
the
that.
only thing you would actually want to add on there. Because no other sane person would say, I want to add more tomatoes onto this.
No, I want to
That's
add
what
a
you
fish
think.
fillet patty on it.
Hell yeah.
Land,
It's
air,
like-
and sea. Let's go.
Hey, God, I still remember that one time where McDonald's made the hugest mistake by letting the internet make their next menu items. God, that was a terrible idea.
That's what Burger King's trying to do.
Yeah, no, don't do it. You're gonna see what happened with McDonald's.
What happened?
Also, I like Taco
Round
Bell's
two.
like social media. Like it's very memey.
Yeah, it's very memey, and it's because of the fact that you already know that they're trying to target the younger culture as well to like eat their places more, which makes sense. I don't blame them for that because everybody else does that. But for Michael's case, to go back a little bit about what happened to McDonald's, there's literally like one entrance that they call it the McGirth, where all it is just patties. It's just patties. That's all it is,
McGirth.
and it's stacked 15 patties high.
What? And they accepted that.
They did it, except that these were just submissions. And then there's literally another one that's submitted that's just called cum, and it's all mayonnaise between two buns.
What the hell?
Sounds like a Brian sandwich.
I may or may not have
The Brian
submitted it
special.
myself. I may or may not have submitted it when they were doing that.
Just
Anyways, I was
deny
just-
it like a regular human being.
God,
I'm going
don't
to
double
deny
down
him.
on this shit.
He's triple downing on that shit.
Look, it's because of the fact this is mostly for everybody else to prove a point of like how bad of an idea this is to give the internet the power to make whatever they want. And then there was another one where it's just called bag of lettuce, where all it is just the all lettuce.
The bag.
And then there's like the Bernie Sanders specials, and it's just 2 buns. That's it. We're not going to go too political about it, but I find that actually hilarious. But
You know
I
what
thought
was
he
the
was-
worst? We were talking about KFC and Pizza Hut, right? This just came up in my mind again.
Mhm.
There was one commercial that they had. They had 2 Japanese guys in like
oh god,
in their
hold on,
traditional
hold on,
outfit.
wait. First of all,
And-
I'm assuming this is an American commercial, right?
Yes, and
Okay,
they're
yeah,
like
there we go.
dancing around eating chicken. And I'm like, what does this have to do with KFC? Like, why did you have 2 random Japanese guys doing this?
Of course, it's an American commercial that does this shit. Oh my god.
Absolutely.
Just like a small tangent too, like the 2000 eras of the American commercial when it came to like any fast food was like it was all unhinged shit. Got Milk was
I don't know, but-
yeah, but that's a little small
go-
tangent off.
You can't beat a Thai insurance commercial that shows an orphanage.
God damn.
What?
No, no, literally, just for like, a little side tangent. I remember one commercial specifically. It was in Thai, and this man was going past an orphanage and he was just going past an orphanage, right? You would expect it to be like a little organization or like a nonprofit to help donate to these kids, but no, it was like a fucking car insurance or home insurance commercial. I'm like, what the fuck?
Insurance?
It wasn't insurance, but they showed orphans
Card.
at an orphanage. Oh, like nothing.
Sub-
just
It's
Asian
Subversion
commercials.
Tactics 101. I don't know if those works. In your honest opinion, Matt, do those actually work?
I mean, it got you talking about it now.
Fair point. Anyways,
Exactly,
anyways, moving on.
that's what I'm saying.
Anyways,
You know,
moving
like,
on
a
from
lot
that
of people
point.
like ask me, well, like if a commercial worked,
Yeah.
then you're talking about it and you're telling your friends about it. You know.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
And later on down the line, it's just gonna pass on so that that person might spread it to the next person. They'll be like, "Oh, wait, that actually sounds interesting." Because that's all that really needs to happen for these commercials is that you just need to talk about it then. Which is honestly like a very interesting concept itself when it comes to marketing, really.
Hmm.
But I guess in this day and age with like all social media that comes into play too, in your personal opinion, how well did Taco Bell adjust to like trying to market themselves through social media versus when they were doing it all on commercials?
I mean, like you said, they target millennials. It's funny,
Mhm.
and I guess like they know how to engage with their community. You know, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there was even a
Yeah.
time too where people were going to Wendy's because the Wendy's person, or literally the chick Wendy, was just talking all types of shit to people.
Oh yeah.
It got even funnier too when you mentioned the competition. It was just like, all right, cool then. And just
Become a
roasted them
Taco
even
Bell
harder.
ambassador.
Yeah, it's like
Gotta-
Matt is just looking at these job titles and it's just like seething with jealousy. Be like, I want this job should have been mine.
Oh my god. I just scrolled down on their breakfast. Their fucking
Oh yeah, that's right. The
breakfast
breakfast menu.
crunch wrap with the hash brown in the middle
Oh,
is
dude.
so good.
Ugh.
Their breakfast items, like I haven't had it in a while, but it's
God
delicious.
Is
And with
a
hot
fucking-
sauce,
Matt, I
gotta
hope
go.
you know you're gonna be the main reason why I'm gonna be 5 minutes late to work because I'm at a Taco Bell line getting that.
W.
it's good.
No, it's amazing, dude. Holy shit.
If my boss asks me,
Like-
he's like, "Hey, where are you at?" I'm at a Taco Bell line. He says, "Give me this." I'm like,
It-
"All right, boss."
It has everything I need, like a compact like way, right? Like it
Yeah.
has my meat, it has my cheese, eggs, potato, and it's not messy. It's handheld. I can be driving and eating it at the same time. This shit is
Hell yeah.
fucking $6.99
I don't-
for a box.
I would like to put a disclaimer. We do not recommend you do this. All right, this is just us being
Nah,
idiots.
fuck it, do it.
Don't do that. Don't encourage this.
Yes, I am encouraging it. Get fucking
God
Taco
damn it,
Bell.
y'all.
Let's go.
Yeah, now I want to talk about breakfast.
I'm
Oh,
about to
God
get
damn.
Taco Bell, bro.
Fuck.
Breakfast
Yeah.
quesadilla steak. What makes so? Did they put eggs in that hoe? Whoa.
Yeah, they do. It's like, oh, God
See,
damn it.
that's what I'm saying. This innovation is just too much.
It's like if you now you say we say innovation. All it really is, if you really look at it from like just far out perspective in a broad spectrum, it's literally just the basic items that we know are good, and they just made it for us. And then it's just like, well, shit, yeah, it's definitely good.
Well, exactly. They did the hard work for us, you know.
Yeah.
And so, why are you complaining?
Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, I'm about to plan my trip for my workplace at some point. God damn it.
I'm planning my
But-
trip right now.
But yeah, it's like weirdly enough, Taco Bell hasn't had this much of like an impact into my daily way of thinking of like food for a while, actually. Because like
You be
the
sleeping, bro.
yeah, because I'll be honest with the other like fast food places that I would think about would just be Whataburger, because at least when it came to a burger spot, at least Whataburger was there. But then it switched out to be like In-N-Out, because I do like, in this case, the prices of those double doubles, and it is mildly tastes way better.
All right. So, question: Is it taste for y'all or is it price for y'all? If you had to go choose, a meal. late
I
at
will
night.
say 100% being honest, it's always the price, no matter what, too.
Rude.
Just because the
Mine's-
fact that,
mine's the taste.
because here's the thing about it too, like I don't ever put fast food as a point where like it's like super like gourmet shit and whatnot too, that it's like it needs to have like a Michelin star. No. Because fast food has a very intended purpose of what it's trying to serve to people. And that's in this case
Michelin star
cheap.
food.
Hold on a second here, Victor. In this case, it's intended that in this case you expect in this case without that much money that they will give you in this case a pretty cheap and decent base product. The key word here is decent, right? A lot of these fast food are failing the decent part. That is the biggest part here. And In-N-Out, Taco Bell, and I will even say like fuck, even Wendy's right now, because they're sort of making a comeback here and there.
Yeah.
Like, because all of those food too, because at least the thing is they are justifying their prices with what they are giving you. And a lot of times as consumers, we do at least, we have like in most cases like broad ranges of how we value things. But whenever Taco Bell comes into mind, we immediately think of it as like a little bit on the cheaper end, but at the same time, we do expect it to be somewhat good, which a lot of times it's like 9 out of 10. Yeah, it's still good. The 1 out of 10 is probably Michael complaining about this cheesy gordita crunch.
I think I have this like kind of weird tinfoil hat theory. Is like, well, it's not a theory, but every year, or I don't know how many decades or whatever, prices go up no matter what, right?
Mhm.
So like imagine when Taco Bell first opened, you could get a taco for like 50 cents, 75 cents. And then it went up
Yeah.
to 89 cents and it went up to $1. And now we're at $1 something, right? So I
Right.
guess we as upcoming, well, like adults now, and you know, we make our money is more precious to us. We're like, oh my god, this is expensive. But I think raising prices has been the norm since forever, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I guess right now we're actually experiencing it because we haven't seen this before,
Yeah.
or we didn't care about it before.
But nowadays, it's just like, yeah, obviously we're gonna be like more like price sensitive about all the products that we eat now. And guess what? Taco Bell is the only ones right now that seems to be make more justifiable sense if we ever were to spend money on a fast food. Because let's be honest, who the fuck here is ever gonna have to pay for like McDonald's ever again? McDonald's, even at this point, had to do a town hall meeting about, in this case, addressing the price issue that a lot of the restaurants has, or a lot of franchise restaurants have. And it's all because of the fact that they know that a lot of times people are expecting like the price increase because they do mobile orders now, right? But obviously,
Yeah, but
it's translating so hard into their main menu item that it's actually concerning.
look, people are gonna complain, but at the end of the day, can those people make a Big Mac? Can those people make a quarter pounder with cheese?
That is,
So
at this point, at least
they're
in
gonna
my opinion,
buy
I
it.
will.
But it's not gonna taste the same. Your bun's not gonna be the same. Your fries aren't gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
the
no.
same. You know, so it's like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stop eating it, or are you gonna crave it, and you're gonna get it anyway?
Well, regardless enough to, yeah, regardless enough to, we're gonna have in this case a lot more people to really try to branch into like making their own meals now too, because there's been more people wanting to learn how to cook too, and at this point, if people can make their own burgers at home, they'll probably do that then, because let's be honest, that's honestly for a lot of people that can't get their McDonald's, that's pretty much the option that they're looking at. It's the matter of the fact that it's now considered an option versus that they would just order McDonald's.
I
That
just
is
say
apparently
fast food
the
is for
issue.
convenience.
Yeah.
You know, it's fast, it's convenient, and you're paying for that fast convenient.
Yeah. But obviously, not a lot of people want to like pay for those prices. Like, don't you agree then still? Because the fact that regardless how we look at it,
And they
do
will
you still
suffer
think
and not eat Doritos Locos Tacos. Wow. Exquisite, fancy kind, the upper echelon of society will be enjoying that.
Oh my god. Yeah, here we go.
I work hard so I could get the supreme version of the Doritos Locos Tacos. And so,
This is literally
yeah.
Matt is on the same position how PC players feel whenever there's a console wars going around.
No, but I'm just saying, it's just like, I want to fucking eat it, you know? I can't make it, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm gonna pay someone who can do it for me. And
Like-
because imagine if I'm trying to make my own Doritos Locos Tacos, right? It's gonna take time, more resources, and ingredients. Yeah, of course I can make more quantity and stuff, but I can't eat 30 Doritos Locos Tacos.
It's like, god damn. The more I think about it too, the more I'm just like, hey, you know, ordering like 30 Doritos Locos Tacos, like what, like 30, 50 at most?
Yeah, but you're not gonna get it fresh, you know? It's like,
Yeah. But again,
I don't know.
yeah, it is one of those things too. Like, I still think that, like, again, also yes, leftovers is definitely a thing that you could do as well. But again, for those that also just straight up doesn't have leftovers, you have nothing else down the line, all you have left is just $5. Would you go to McDonald's or go to Taco Bell with that $5?
Depends on my fucking mood that night.
Okay,
Bro, if
dear man.
McDonald's had their old prices then back when we were in high school, hell yeah, we'd go to McDonald's with $5.
McDonald's now for $3.50 you get a cheeseburger
God damn it!
and
Someone says
small
sleep for
fries.
dinner.
Bro,
Someone
Okay.
says sleep for
it's
dinner.
one large fry, and that's all we needed.
Oh
But then
man.
Taco Bell, well, I would say this: Taco Bell, you get one item for $3 too. So it's just like, it used
No.
to be $1. Like they used to have a cravings menu for $1.
Oh
Same
my
thing with
God.
McDonald's, like the value
Yeah.
menu, right?
yeah,
And people love that shit.
I did too.
Yeah. And the fucking Victor still has the receipt for the chicken snack wrap that he still has back in high school.
Always.
And this man really
Always.
loves that chicken snack wrap.
I do. I 100% do.
This is the one thing too that back then, yeah, I do agree with him. It was really fucking good. Because it was essentially a chicken tender wrapped around a tortilla wrap with sauces and vegetables. That's about it. And it was great.
Jeez.
Look at what this restaurant industry has done to us.
I know.
They got us
horrible.
talking about like,
They took away all the good food.
well,
They-
it's just interesting that we're having a conversation about fast food and we're like reminiscing.
like I said, from my point earlier, these fast food places have built our childhood, right? There's no
Yeah,
way to go
I'll say
around
that.
about that. Like, despite like how much we talk about that, maybe to some other people too, they probably won't have the same experiences that at least all 5 of us here have. But I can at least speak for some group of population, at least within our age group, that fast food holds a special place in all of our hearts, one way or the other.
Yeah,
And it's even come
You're
to the
not
point
wrong.
too.
Clog.
Yeah, arteries clogged and whatnot.
Let's go.
Yeah, goddamn
well,
it,
actually,
Michael.
I don't order sour cream on my chalupa anymore, so no arteries clogged.
Okay.
I
I love
double
sour
my
cream.
sour
My
cream.
arteries will be completely clogged.
Yeah,
My
instead,
arteries
Mike,
will become sour cream.
look,
Yeah.
his arteries won't get clogged, but instead he'll just get more queso dip inside of his chalupa instead.
Mm, that volcano
Well,
sauce though, that was actually spicy. It went like,
But- Yeah, I will say too, the best thing that goes around the two, because I think Taco Bell has synonymously has solidified their own brand too, that they literally sell like individual product lines that you could find at grocery stores, such as in this case you could buy like this case the hot like taco shells from like whatever they do. Salsa Verde is also one of the things that you can buy as well. The Crunch Wrap Supreme.
the
It's-
Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Sorry, I forgot the R word on there. I forgot the R in there.
I thought you said another word.
Yeah, I did
I'm
too.
so
Yeah,
sorry.
true. I'm shocked.
Shit. It's that part of the night too where I'm just like, fuck, I really want to eat that Taco
You're
Bell.
thinking
Oh,
about
shit, I
two
hit my
things
mic.
at once, if you know what I mean.
No, baby.
Oh,
You're gonna eat
goddamn.
both- You're gonna eat both regardless.
But if anything too,
Ugh.
out of all the brands, dude, do you think right now Taco Bell has like the most strongest brand versus a lot of the other fast food places? At least
No,
here right now in
I still
Texas.
think- I still think McDonald's is still king of branding.
Still king of branding. But
Like
in this
you
case,
could be 50 miles away and you can see that tiny little speck of yellow and you know that's a McDonald's.
yeah, that's
Hell
true.
yeah.
Like
But
everyone knows McDonald's.
How McDonald's is something that's also like popular in Japan. Like I said too.
Did you
McDonald's.
just say Macadano?
McDonald's.
Yeah, that's how they fucking pronounce it. All right, fuck
I
you.
know, but still. Problem is, we're not
McDonald.
Japan, homie.
I know.
You're not Japanese, homie.
Is it race if I do say that way then?
I don't know. That's
Bro,
what-
I don't think
always
it is.
say
I mean,
that
I
ambiguous.
mean, it's just how they say it. I mean,
Yeah.
heard it.
Oh,
The
well.
worst McDonald's I ever had though was in Australia. That was an awful
Macca's.
experience. Yeah, Macca's.
God damn.
They tried a chicken sandwich with like Southwest sauce with tortilla chips in it, and
Oh,
the
God.
tortilla chips just dries your mouth with the bun. It was a bad experience. Would not.
God
would not
damn, they
order it.
managed to rip off of Popeye's biscuits from that shit, didn't they?
No, don't disrespect Popeye's biscuits.
Or have you
What?
ever had a freshly made biscuit from Popeyes? I should
Yeah, and I dip that
good.
shit in my mashed potatoes. It's so good.
Mashy potatoes.
Yes, it makes you choke on fucking.
Damn, but
God damn.
yeah.
It's still
But-
Yeah,
good.
now I want to go to Chicken Express.
We're like talking about Taco Bell. We're like,
Fucking Michael
Yeah, we're
has
talking
the
about,
audacity.
yeah, we're talking about
I would-
chickens in.
I want to go
Honda.
here.
Only Michael
Why
would
not
be the
King,
one to have
bro?
the audacity to say, "I want Chicken
I'm
Express."
telling you, we should have
Let's go to
got our
Cane's.
we should have got the podcast, had our Taco Bell order, like what our favorite menu items there, and then just talk about like what makes this menu item like so great. You know, like why I get the brine special, like
Yeah.
why do I get a burrito with extra sour cream everywhere
Uh-huh.
on my burrito? You
No,
know?
the problem with that too is that I did not know that you could just straight up customize it to that level. I just order as is. Now I'm gonna fucking go back in there and just say like, yeah, I'm about to make that person a back hate me.
Yeah, just do in the kiosk.
Yeah,
You know,
either on the kiosk or the app now because the app does practically both functions too. So yeah, I think right now we're going into a new age of like fast food stuff where McDonald's is trying to address their pricing issues where they were at some point. They had like a secret project where they opened up like their newer line of cafe stuff where all they do is mostly serve drinks and snacks. That's all they were doing with that. I don't know what that's going to turn into really, but yeah, it's one of those things too. McDonald's does acknowledge, at least domestically here in the US, it's not doing that great because there are a lot of public opinions and the PR perspective for McDonald's is not looking good.
how does that tie back to Taco Bell?
Because Taco Bell has already done this press conference review and we're already talking about that. And we're probably going to order this right as soon as this podcast ends.
Hey, let's go.
Because that is the biggest difference here. If I said it's for McDonald's, sure, it would have been an even count regardless. But because of like, fuck, I already have this app opened up and I'm looking at the items menus.
You know what we should do? We should order our own customized Taco Bell order, right? And then have a taste test on whose what you call it, innovation is the best.
Right. Like we all
And
try
we
to
hit that.
concoct.
Yeah, and be like, let them cook. And
the
then we
let them
pitch
cook
that to
special.
headquarters. Yeah.
Oh my god. But the thing about it too is that like I don't think they'll actually go through with at least that alone too because they're already allowing us so much customization. I wouldn't at least see why they would do that because if anything they would have to do something that A does not exist on the menu yet, such as the crispinadas that they're doing, or in this case they will have to go further into like how much you customize it by introducing new lines of, let's say, tortillas, for example. Whether it be they now introduce corn tortillas, which I will probably go for regardless anyways.
I want steak chalupa with brine secret sauce.
Hey, hold on there. You got to calm down with that shit. But overall, though, we're already hitting, in this case, the hour 30-minute mark, at least on the stream time. Probably for the video that will be uploaded, it'll be around like an hour 10. You guys want any last minute words to the audience?
Cheesy gordita crunch, but instead of the regular taco shell, you get a Doritos Locos taco shell and put steak in that.
Oh, God.
Thank me later.
All right.
Tell McDonald's to bring back the
I'm
snack
getting
wrap
my
quicker.
Taco Bell right as soon as this ends. So good.
I've edited the streams already, I think, here. So, yeah, fucking damn it, man. Now I'm going to have to look it up.
Hey man, I just sold you on this idea.
And the idea was so good. I'm thinking about wanting to eat it now. Fuck. Anyways. Catch you all guys on the next week topic. Thank you again for joining us for something stupid like this, Matt.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
You're
anyways,
welcome, bro.
good night, y'all. And remember, eat well. And if you have to, eat some Taco Bell. Please
And
sponsor
remember-
us.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Love
Yeah,
you.
whatever that is.
Bye.
Sup?
So